Let's bring in now Jennifer Tucker. She is the executive director over there at the Parks Department. Jennifer, thank you for being with us. And as always, thank you for being our Facebook partner today as well.
Of course. Anything for Civic Center TV.
I see that you're out at the new Splash Landing. Things are looking good. How's construction?
Oh, it's fantastic. Things are coming together. We have the pad poured. All the fun stuff is starting to go up. And later this week, it sounds like we're going to get the big bucket put up by a big crane. So that should be very, very interesting for all our passerbys.
So Jennifer, it looks like things are coming along fairly quickly over there. When are you expecting that the park will be complete? Obviously, you've mentioned before it's going to open. It won't be opening this season. It won't be opening this year. But when do you expect the park may be complete?
Tyler, I'm hoping I heard what you said, but I think the question was, do we expect to be finished this year? And when would it be opening?
Yes.
Okay. So we do hope to have this operational by the end of the season, so we can make sure everything works and functions just the way we want it. So we're hopeful that we're going to open in the spring of 2021. So we're just going to omit 2020 and just start over with 2021. And we're really looking forward to springtime and being able to kick off the splash pad about it looks like Memorial Day weekend.
That'll be great. And can we all just erase 2020 from our memories? This has been quite the year. What's it been like to watch this park go from conception to the construction? It has to be pretty amazing to see that process. And were there delays because of COVID?
Yeah, so we've been working on this park. Gosh, it's from when I first actually stepped in the door, we were talking Splash Park in 2016 and really started getting momentum. And those plans, I tell you what, we've gone backwards and forwards. Everything is very thought out. Hopefully we didn't forget anything, but it really is surreal to see everything coming together and come off the paper and just come to life. We have great partners in our general contractor from Michigan Recreation Construction. They are fantastic, and really attention to detail is what we prescribe to, and that is what they prescribe to also. So we've been really, really fortunate to be to be a partner of theirs in this project. And we did have about 6 months delay because of COVID. We were just meant to pause for a minute and recollect and then go forward. So either way, we're looking forward for our season to open in 2021.
Jennifer Tucker joining us. She is the executive director of West Bloomfield Parks with us today on the Oakland County MegaCast all throughout the local area. So Jennifer, there are many water parks and splash parks all throughout the local Oakland County area. What will make Splash Landing stand apart from those other water parks and splash parks?
Well, this splash pad is a little bit different than some of the neighboring splash parks. We do have a humongous bucket and 4 slides that will be part of the splash landings, along with so many spray features. It's going to be really exciting. We have a section for the little squirts, if you will, and a section for the older kids, and we're really excited about seeing how this all comes together. Probably the one thing that is a little bit different from our neighbors to the south, which is Farmington Hills, is we are going to sell tickets in 2-hour time slots so that we get as many people in and out to be able to use the splash park as we can. And those will be, like I said, 2-hour time slots. Admission there will be a resident discount for admission. And we are looked really deeply into operations and make sure everything goes smoothly. But we're really hopeful, like I said, that we figured out all those little things that that will pop up at the last minute. But it's going to be really exciting. But later this week, we will definitely see some of the bigger apparatus going up, and I think that the West Bloomfield community is going to be really excited.
I will say, even the background looks great. And Jennifer, I'm offering up Tyler for the opening day to be out there in his swim trunks, taking advantage of the splash park.
Absolutely. I expect you and Tyler to be under that bucket, and so bring your suits. We're looking forward to it.
So the splash landing is looking great behind you, but the Parks Department, you have so many other programs going on, and I like the thought about the backyard camp out. Fill us in on what that is.
So backyard camp out, it's basically where instead of having you out to Marshbank Park, we're filling a bag of interesting camping ideas, and also we have virtual naturalists, so you can actually be at home, be socially distanced, and still have a camp out in your backyard. So it's really exciting.
What other things do the Parks Department, do you guys have going on out there that you want to share with us?
So we are retooling, as everyone is, and we are doing a Halloween event that's a little bit different than we've done before, and also a Santa event. I know Brittany, who is one of our programmers, she is going to be on later this week and tell all about our fall programs. So she'll have all the scoop for you.
Jennifer Tucker joining us on the Oakland County MegaCast all throughout the local area. In terms of lessons that have been learned so far and will continue to be learned over the course of the pandemic, how will those lessons or ideas that have sparked as a result of the pandemic impact the ways that our parks and our recreation in West Bloomfield will be planned going forward?
I'm sorry, Tyler, I didn't quite catch that.
I'll ask again.
Come again?
So there's been a lot of lessons learned over the course of the pandemic, a lot of innovative ideas also. How will those ideas, those innovations, those lessons that have been learned by parks impact the ways that changes are made to parks in the future, or additions are made to parks and to recreational programs?
So I really think, some of these, COVID is what it is, and we've kind of had to cope with what's going on. But I will say there's so many things that have come to light because of COVID, and some efficiencies that we've realized that will make us better in the long run. So I do think that there is going to be some long-lasting, as you will, effects, or that this catchphrase that probably drives us all crazy is the new normal. But I think that there is going to be some things that we do a little bit differently than we have in the past. And you know what? Some of the old standbys, will probably come back just the way they were done before. But we're always going to be mindful now of this situation, and we want to make sure that we are, that's really number one, is safety for our residents. We're always going to be mindful of that. But really what has endured through all of this is how important these open green spaces are for our residents. Because let's face it, I know I would have gone crazy without them. And I think that so many people have gotten their mental health even from being on the trail or in the parks. So I think that there will be some changes, but I also think that some of the tried and true, like these green spaces, are always going to stay.
Definitely, we have all learned a new appreciation for Mother Nature and what's in our backyard. What do you think has been improved that you are happy that may be sticking around?
Well, I tell you what, it's a love-hate relationship for Zoom meetings. I don't have to drive anywhere, but I don't have to drive anywhere, if you know what I'm saying. So it is an efficiency that we will probably always have. You don't even have to move out of your chair. But on the other hand, you don't have to move out of your chair. So I think there is a kind of a balance to things, and I don't think that we're going to be traveling an hour to go to a meeting or any of those kinds of things, just because the efficiency is, as far as doing those less than in-person meetings is really been really beneficial, saves a ton of time. So things like that. And then also, I hate to say it, but people love our drive-through programming. So I don't know if that'll ever go away. I mean, it's just so convenient, and it's easy. So those kinds of things probably will stay with us.
Jennifer Tucker with us on the Oakland County MegaCast all throughout the local area. Jennifer, just another couple of minutes with you today. Anything else you'd like our audience to know, or any other important information about parks that we haven't spoke about today?
I'm sorry, I'm having a hard time hearing you,
Okay,
Tyler.
I'll ask again. Any other important information about parks that you'd like to talk about, or anything else that we haven't spoken on today?
Honestly, the only last thing that I would add is this fantastic splash pad that is behind us. I know that in the season of elections and millages, that people look at these kinds of things and think, oh, there's my tax dollars. And this is absolutely their tax dollars, but we didn't go back to the taxpayer and ask for an additional amount. This project's actually been funded by saving our nickels and dimes, and the commission has done a fantastic job of really saving up, making a really solid plan, and implementing it. So we've been really excited to be able to showcase what the commission has planned for, years. And we're so excited to have the community come out and see us next spring.
Jennifer Tucker with us here on the Oakland County MegaCast. Great to see it go from paper to reality. It's going to be an exciting asset for the local community. Jennifer, thank you for being with us on the MegaCast. We appreciate your time.
Oh, thank you for having me. Anytime. We're always glad to see our Civic Center partners.